Welcome back to SNN and welcome into the Sunder Dome as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are primed and ready for another Super Bowl run as they've brought in tons of good free agents and they've also brought back all 22 starters from last season. Now that roster wasn't completely set until yesterday because it was when they had to trim down to 53 active players prior to that 4 p.m. deadline. Now, in fact, though, the roster isn't completely set yet because the Bucs currently have four players on the reserve COVID-19 list who don't yet count against that 53-man limit. Now, those 4 players are kicker Ryan Succop, defensive lineman Ndamukong Suh, and offensive lineman Nick Leverett and Earl Watford. Now, when any or all of those 4 are activated within the next week, the team will need to trim a matching number of players from the current 53-man roster, either by cutting players or putting them on the reserve list as well. And also, earlier today, the Buccaneers announced the team has signed 10 players to the 16-man practice squad, including receivers Cyril Grayson and Travis Johnson, tight ends Cody McElroy and Dion Yelder, offensive linemen Jonathan Hubbard and Brandon Walton, defensive linemen Kobe Smith and Benning Potawa'e, cornerback Herb Miller, and quarterback Ryan Griffin. Now, Yelder spent time this past offseason with the Tennessee Titans and the Washington football team, but has appeared in 14 career games, all with the Kansas City Chiefs, one of those which was last year in the Super Bowl he faced off with the Buccaneers. Now, I do have a soft spot for Yelder as he did compete at Western Kentucky University, my alma mater, while I was there. He's a very solid player that will add to the tight end depth for Tampa Bay. Now, these other 9 players, though, that signed to the practice squad today were with the team throughout training camp and the preseason. And some unfortunate news now concerning another high school football game here on the Suncoast, as this Friday's game between Haines City and Parrish High School has unfortunately been canceled. Now, the matchup has been called off in the interest of health and safety for both teams. That's per the Parrish High School Twitter, as you see here on your screen. Now, Parrish's next game will be on the road at Enclote High School on September 10th.